want better for y'all.
I don't think enough people are saying this shit.
These are just our ideas.
Maybe we should all be a little bit more self-aware and a little bit less delusional.
What do we know?
What the fuck could we possibly know?
Hey, look, get your shit together.
But let me stay focused.
All right, and welcome back to The Reason They Should Have Never Gave You Niggas Microphones. I'm Hello.
I'm Bitch Shae.
And this is Let Me Stay Focused, the podcast. Woo! That song stuck in my head. I'm trying not to sing it. Hey. Anyways.
It's the lyrics being in your head, and you're like, hey. Because they don't know. Well, live know, but they don't know.
It's brand new car, it's noisy. Come through and it's roaring. You ain't gotta worry, don't care about your boyfriend. Hey.
Now they can hey with us.
None of you guys get fly as me. And we're gonna save the next part for Let Me Stay Focused. What are you watching?
Don't hate me, y'all. But I'm still not watching anything. I'm actually reading. Y'all know I'm in a book club now, and we reading this big ass, thick ass book.
I thought you were reading 7 Days in June.
Yeah, I finished it. So we do one book a month.
Did you ever figure out what it was about?
Yeah, it was about these two people who trauma bonded in high school and went their separate ways and then later found each other in life.
Oh.
And they got together.
Oh.
And that's pretty much what it was. Like a love story. Like a what do they call that though? When someone leaves and come back? It's like a word for that.
Rekindle or whatever.
Yeah, that's what that book was about. But now we're reading Along Came a Spider.
I've heard about that.
And I mean, it is kind of still related to TV because they made a show about the book.
Oh, maybe that's why I've heard of it.
Have you ever heard of Alex Cross?
Yes.
Okay. It's a show on Prime, and it was so good. I actually did watch the show like maybe a couple months ago, and I binged that show in like 2 days. Like
I did see you post about that.
Yeah, it was good. And now I'm reading the book, which I'm still trying to figure out. Like as I'm reading the book, I'm like, I don't really remember this happening in the show, but somebody did tell me to read the book and then rewatch the show after. So that's what I'm gonna do, and I'll keep y'all posted
and up to date.
Yeah.
And watching Deli Boys.
What is that? You always watching some crazy shit.
It's a show set in Philly. A lot of shit is being set in Philly recently.
Yeah. Because this was probably before the Super Bowl, but Philly's doing a big one right now.
Philly's on the map right now. And it's a show about these two brothers. They're Pakistani, and their dad like owns a bunch of delis, so they're like spoiled rich kids. And then their dad dies, and they find out that like he was basically selling coke.
Like, is this real or is this a series? Like
it's a series. So the issue is, I didn't know. I thought it was like just like a comedy. I didn't know there was going to be like shooting and blood.
Okay.
So that did throw me off a bit, but I'm still watching it. I'm sticking through it.
Drugs are involved.
I didn't know that the drugs were going to be involved either. I just thought it was going to be like, ha ha ha, they own a deli. So that was a turn. But the mom from Never Have I Ever is in it, and I love her, so I'm going to watch it. But yeah, so it's these two spoiled rich kids who didn't even know their dad was selling coke. They're now like in charge. And so it's pretty funny.
Sell the coke too? They have to like pick up where you...
Yeah.
Okay. That sounds good. What platform is it on?
It's on Hulu.
Okay. Hulu got some heat now. Well, I mean, based off of what you're saying. Because I ain't been able to find nothing to watch up there other than Abbott, which I haven't... I need to catch up on that because I haven't watched the last couple episodes. But, you know, Abbott is in Philly too.
It is.
So, yeah, I'm Philly doing a big one right now.
They on the move.
Who do you have for honorable mention?
So I really was going to put nobody.
Because nobody's doing good?
It just wasn't. Yeah, no. But Mecca and Jamila over at Unhinged and Immoral are hosting, or have hosted by the time you see this, at South by Southwest.
Oh, that's dope.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
And so I was like, at least someone's doing something good. And Jamila had posted a video of her standing basically like in the window of her hotel, and it was just like after creating content for 11 years, like it's finally paying off.
Yeah.
And so shout out to them.
I didn't even know that. That's dope as fuck.
They've been on their shit, so they're honorable mention.
Congratulations to y'all. I feel like I've seen them. I don't know. I feel like I seen them say they was gonna interview somebody. Like
they do a lot of shit.
Like famous.
I think Kev on stage.
Speaking of Kev on stage.
Oh God.
I have Hotep. He's not the Hotep.
Oh.
He's not the Hotep. Kev don't do nothing wrong.
Kev just make a little joke.
He just joke and love his wife and his kids. Like, that's it. But Southwest is Hotep of the Week.
Oh, I know why.
And if you know me, you know I love I loved Southwest.
We were a fan of the stuff.
Yeah, we were a fan of their free check bags. Like, that's literally what they were holding on to. And now they no longer have it. And Kev made a clip, so I'm going to play it.
Brand new car is noisy. Doing is roaring. You ain't got to worry. Don't care about your boyfriend.
There are fist fights over my grits, and I accept it because the food is cheap and good.
It is good.
That's like McDonald's saying, oh, yeah, from now on, our food is going to take about an hour to an hour and a half. Not for $5. No, it's not. It's going to be fast. That's like Subway. This is what happened when Subway canceled the $5 footlong. Oh, you thought we were coming here because the food was good. We were coming here because we had $5. Little Caesars knows. Their pizzas say $5 hot and ready. They don't say hot, ready, and good. It ain't good. It's just hot and ready. And you got the $5 when we got the pizza. Southwest, I couldn't think of a bigger mistake. Now you just bigger spirit. You're done wrong. You're done wrong.
You're done wrong. You're done wrong, Southwest. You let me down. Y'all, I already knew they was getting rid of they're getting assigned seats. They're basically becoming any other airline. They already had broke news about that. I don't know if it was a year ago, but it's been a while since they said they were going to do that. They haven't implemented that yet because I just flew Southwest.
Yeah. Southwest last month.
Yeah, like a couple weeks ago, and they don't have the assigned seating yet. But they announced yesterday that yesterday when we were recording, they're getting rid of the free check bags. And I'm just like, well, we literally have no other reason to fly with you because y'all really don't be having a lot of straight through flights. Majority of y'all flights, you have a connection. So it's like, there's really no reason for me to fuck with y'all no more.
In the slightest, for real.
So goodbye, Southwest. You're a Hotep.
It's very unfortunate. But that's what you get. They
finna go bankrupt.
And I'm gonna be the first. Well, I got a $50 love voucher. Wait a minute.
Of course, you can use that, but they're not.
I'm gonna use that on the bag.
The thing, the bag policy is not going into effect until I want to say next year, or it might be like May of this year. It's not immediate, is what I'm saying, but it is coming.
Well, that's good.
No, it's not good.
I mean, it's better than.
Oh, you mean like, okay, yeah, I get what you mean. At least
better
it's not
than it happening right now.
Right, because if you got a flight coming up, you know what I'm saying, you still can get your.
You need to honor my shit if I got a flight coming up. But next we have lyrics and lessons where we give a lyric and you get a lesson. Do you have any guesses in mind?
Dochi?
No. I got, soon as shit ain't adding up, I'm subtracting. I don't like it when the math ain't mathing. And it's still fuck you niggas with a passion. I hate I even gave you niggas pussy. Oh, I'm gagging.
Is that KenTheMan?
It is KenTheMan.
How the fuck did I know? I don't know that lyric, but it just sounded like something she would say. I was just like, that sounds like KenTheMan.
And it is.
That's crazy. Sometimes I be psyched when I get them too. I didn't.
Sometimes you do really good. Like you're either like spot on or it's like what?
Way off, yeah.
Well, I do feel like that lesson is self-explanatory.
I do too. And I love KenTheMan. Like, I feel like I hope she kind of blow up a little more this year. Because I know she got signed last year.
Yes.
So I'm hoping they have a strategy to.
Her and RocNation are divorced.
Already?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Okay, I'm going to have to research that because I didn't know.
That's the term she used, divorce. So.
It happened. It dissolved just as quickly as it.
Before our very eyes.
Damn, I didn't know that. I'm like, damn, she with RocNation, so apparently not. Okay.
I had to call my hoes up, tell them it was.
I still do feel like, you know, I still hope she
say that shit for play.
She gets her like shine, some more shine.
I love her.
Me too. But I think she dope. I think she dope as fuck. Somebody else who I think is dope as fuck is Doechii. And she's getting a lot of like people have been talking a lot of shit about Doechii ever since the Grammys.
Really?
But more specifically, she just performed alongside Lauryn Hill.
Oh my gosh. I know she was crying. I'm so happy for her.
It was a big moment. It was like, and she wasn't the only one that Lauryn brought up there, but a lot of people had been hating on her and basically calling her an industry plant.
Now this.
So I feel like this lyric is fitting. It is, I got haters, I got fans, I got stands in the stands. Do they love her or they hate her? Either way, they spending bands. I could really give a damn. I could really give a fuck. Long as you bitches know what's up.
It's Doechii, bitch, Miss D-O-D-D. Got a bitch you notice. They like, Doechii, you the Lulu. You a loose screw. She always giving gun in that pussy voodoo. She saw the old nigga for a bitch named Nunu. She watching on the box while she watching Hulu.
Yeah, all that.
That is Nissan Altima.
All that. That's Nissan Altima. And I feel like it's very fitting for what she's going through right now. And I mean, it's kind of like she kind of foreshadowed it. Which I'm sure she already had like instances before.
You a Doechii stand? Stand on the post, ho. We gotta get outside. We gotta defend her.
No, for real. Doechii, I love her. But the lesson is, don't focus on whether people love you or hate you. Just focus on your money, because at the end of the day, they watch it anyway.
I know that's right, but the motherfucking money in my
like,
motherfucking
y'all can hate on her all y'all want, but y'all not doing anything but like blowing her up even more. Like, more people is going to pay attention to her because of the fact that y'all can't help yourself from hating.
My bitch is a star.
Like, literal,
you know
literal star. Like, and she's not new to this shit. That's what I want people to understand. Doechii didn't just start rapping last year. Like,
she went to a performing arts high school. Me, a little bit more serious.
Like she been doing music, bro. So this whole industry plant, that shit is stupid.
She's so persuasive. That marijuana. Y'all remember that?
That's the first song that that's the first song I was introduced to her by. But she was doing music before then.
Yeah, for sure. I think the first song I heard by her was like that. Hi, my name's Doechii with 2 eyes.
Like, she's dope as fuck. There's nothing like I hate about her or don't like about her.
Not a single thing.
Like, her music is actually good. She
I
be rapping.
didn't like that measly ass tour she went on.
Oh yeah, because you didn't like. It was only like a few cities.
Yeah,
but she should be going on tour pretty soon. I feel like. Because,
I feel like she should be on that Kendrick and SZA tour.
Yeah, she definitely should be. Like, her album did well. I mean, all the songs up there I like.
What it is, huh?
Like,
that's not on the album.
No, that's not on the album. But that was another one of her popular songs.
Yeah, people were like, I didn't know that was Doechii.
Right. Now, whose fault is that?
The motherfucking money in my motherfucking
So, industry plant my ass. But anyway, that's my lyric and lesson for today.
Next we have Let Me Stay Focused, which is our topic of the week. Do you have any guesses?
No. It could be anything.
So, I should have made my lyric and lesson T Grizzly's lyric where he says, stop comparing me to all these dope fiends, nigga.
These niggas do drugs.
These niggas do drugs. These people. The kids brought back Whippets. Is this thing on? The kids brought back Whippets.
The kids is down bad. I don't know what the fuck.
Okay, so the topic is, what is making Gen Z glorify drug use and abuse in this fashion? Because we had Dare and no, it didn't work. But people used to, do that stuff.
In private?
In private. So I have some jarring statistics as usual.
Okay.
So.
See, this is why I like when you do Let Me Stay Focused. Because you come with the facts.
Is Gen Z at a higher risk of developing an addiction? Drug addiction can affect anyone, even the youngest among us. Much like millennials, members of Gen Z, or they call it Generation Z, or Zoomers, run a higher risk of developing a substance abuse problem than previous age groups. According to the National Institute for Drug Abuse, 0.6% of 12th graders have used illicit drugs in the year of 2015. Alcohol use is also a problem. The National Institute of Alcohol Abuse and Alcoholism reports that over 4,200,000 people between the ages of 12 and 20 have confessed to binge drinking.
That's crazy.
Why is Gen Z at high risk for addiction? Many claim it's the generation's loneliness or addiction to social media. Others believe it's an age group problem. Nearly 90% of substance abuse disorders start during the teenage years. The Department of Justice reports that 1 in 6 teens has used prescription drugs to get high or alter their mood. To make matters worse, only 6% of parents of teens say that they have a child who's abused medication, yet 10% of teens admit to misusing medications. Still, there's more than just one factor contributing to the vulnerability of teens and young adults. Below are some contributing factors. So 1, being unaffordable healthcare. Gen Z is on track to be one of the unhealthiest generations on record due to their lack of access to affordable healthcare. For example, though 10% of Zoomers in the U.S. have severe major depression, only 40% receive the care that they need. Within that 40%, only 27.3% receive consistent mental health treatment. Gen Z may be young, but they are not immune to disease and disorder. As time goes on, the generation's lack of access to medical treatments will negatively impact their lives. Conditions like substance abuse disorders may worsen their face and limit their opportunities to live healthy and fulfilling lives. 2, mental health. Gen Z are the most depressed people in the history of the United States. During their primitive years and adolescence, they have faced mass shootings, political turmoil, and racial inequality. The TikTok-loving teens and young adults are stressed out and burnt out, and their mental health is declining. Nearly 10% of American Zoomers have been diagnosed with severe major depression. Within that age group, 60% did not receive any health treatment. Unfortunately, not addressing mental health conditions during adolescence extends into adulthood. The symptoms can worsen, combined with unhealthy coping, which can interfere with the individual having quality relationships and a fulfilling life. Declining mental health exposes the age group to riskier behaviors, like substance abuse. According to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, by senior year, almost 70% of teens have tried alcohol. Within the same age group, 2 to 10 reported taking prescription medication without a prescription. Research shows that substance abuse during adolescence is an indicator of adult addiction. The earlier someone starts using drugs or alcohol, the more likely they are to continue taking the substance as they grow older. So before I get on to the last one, which is going to leave us much to talk about, social media, do you feel like you've noticed the generation under us has like more of a outward facing admiration or like willingness to admit that they like drugs?
Yes. I think they think it's cool. And I think we're, I don't know if this is going to be a question later, but I think what happened is we stopped using the word crackhead, and we kind of took the, what's the word I'm looking for? Like stigmatism.
Yeah.
Like we took that away. Like we took away the emphasis on you should not be a crackhead. I think people more so was like trying to be sensitive to people who,
struggling with abuse. Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like
Addiction. I mean.
Yeah, addiction, and I feel like because we did that, the kids don't feel ashamed. They don't feel like maybe I don't need to be out here leaning or slump on the corner.
The bringing back of the Whippets was what really got me.
But you know, I have a lyric for this conversation. 2 Chainz said, "We the generation got these kids all on a dirty Sprite. We the generation got them on Perkies every night. We the generation got them on switches, kill on sight. We the generation make them get revenge and candlelight." So,
and that's why I said the lyrics are going to come back, because after Lil Baby says, "None of you guys get fly as me," whoa, what does he say next?
"None of you get high as me." It's definitely
this is not
glorified.
to blame Lil Baby.
But I think
he's hilarious.
That's
but
where the kids.
It can't just be the music. There has to be something else, and that's what I was trying to figure out.
Well,
here.
I do think, like you said, depression. They don't have no reason to feel like, but what the fuck they feel like they got to live for, really? Like, shit is fucked up. And they see us saying, oh, we were told to go to school and go to college and get a 9 to 5, and they see us saying, oh, that shit was a scam. That shit didn't work. So now they're like, well, fuck it. And I feel like when you are in that headspace, especially as a kid or adolescent, like, you don't have the full brain development to be like, I still have to be an adult and do adult things. Like, they're not looking that far. I feel like they are just like, in the moment, hey, I want to get high. I'm depressed. I want to get high. And they might not even think I'm depressed, but that's what it is,
Lastly, social media. Social media sites like Instagram have long been connected with millennials, but in the past few years, TikTok has become one of the most popular platforms worldwide. Its primary audience is none other than Gen Z. Viral trends run the TikTok world. Unfortunately, fads like the Benadryl challenge, where users misuse Benadryl and post their experiences, are dangerous. In September 2020, a 15-year-old girl in Oklahoma died after taking part in the challenge and overdosing. According to a report by Harvard University, sharing experiences, dreams, or thoughts on social platforms trigger a portion of the brain associated with addiction. Social media has the power to chronically expose its users to viral videos showcasing influencers using drugs. These visuals have the ability to trigger the brain's reward center, which is one possible reason why the Zoomers are at higher risk of social media addictions, including TikTok addiction, Instagram addiction, and Snapchat addiction.
I think I do, well, because I tried to post like me growing weed on TikTok before, and they took my shit down with the quickiness. So me personally, I'm thinking TikTok is a safe space. Not necessarily a safe space, but I didn't think like there was like any drug use being pushed like that.
I think it gets around before they catch it. So like I've definitely seen kids doing them damn whippets.
Right.
I don't think they're calling them whippets though.
That shit is kind of crazy though, because I feel like somebody, I don't know who it was, but somebody had got caught with whippets.
To me, whippets are a drug of necessity. Like, they do whippets in a jail.
Right. Like, if you desperate, like, you know what I'm saying? You don't have no
just,
other...
hey, can I interest you in a whippet?
But the kids be doing that shit. And I feel like they just be doing shit. And it just,
I can't say we did... Like, it's not like we didn't have the kids that would, like, huff Sharpies.
Mm-hmm. We did have that. And whiteout.
It was a huge issue. By huge, I can say I saw one kid do it, and I was like, oh, he headed down the wrong path.
Yeah.
But I do think that the pride with which the generation under us openly speaks about what they may not even necessarily acknowledge as an addiction.
Right.
It's like hard to see sometimes. And also, I think that recently it was announced that Dare took weed off of their list of gateway drugs, which, like, great.
But it don't even be the weed. That's the thing. I feel like, well, I'll let you finish your thought.
No, go ahead with your thought first, actually.
Because I was thinking, okay, you listen to music, you hear about getting high. I mean, before it used to be about smoking weed majority of the time, unless it was like the 70s and 80s. They was on real drugs. But like 90s, early 2000s, they were talking about weed. You know what I'm saying? Or like...
Even when they said dope.
Yeah, they were talking about weed. So I think the kids kind of took that shit and ran with it and think like, oh, it's cool to do all these other drugs. Now, I can't remember who made the Perkies. I think that was Future. And like 2 Chainz said,
the Perkies calling.
You know what I'm saying? I think they kind of normalized it. And I do feel like, it did kind of start with that. But I don't think it was meant for kids to just be like, it was meant like for a message to be like, oh yeah, just go out and get high on anything. And I don't think kids...
The weekend is actually pretty specific.
Well, yeah. But I don't think the kids was really listening to... Well, maybe they were. I don't know.
Can't feel my face. He performed at the Kids' Choice Awards. I'm with you.
Oh. I do feel like they don't have a concept of addiction. I feel like being that we're older and we've seen the effects of drugs, like, up close before like social media, because you know we kind of still have that. We seen The Wire, we seen the TV shows with drug addicts and how that shit affects you, right?
True life.
Right, true life. Like, they don't have that. And I don't think they know, like, well, this is actually not cool.
So, but I also think, I don't know if I also think it's not the weed.
You think it's the weed too?
I'm trying to think, because I remember when Young Thug came out, this episode, they might as well put the whole fucking thing in the sepia filter. The kids and the music. But remember, what was Young Thug's first song?
What was Young Thug's first? His first like hit? What?
I'm a stoner.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Now, as someone who does not smoke reefer, some of these people be addicted.
Yeah.
And if we can't even acknowledge that that is an addiction, just because people say you can't be addicted,
right?
What's keeping these fucking kids from doing whippets?
Right.
Or snorting the computer air out the can or whatever they be doing.
Whatever the fuck they be doing. They be doing some other shit.
We used to have intervention on TV.
Exactly. Exactly. Intervention, honestly, I feel like that was a big part. I mean, for me personally, I would watch these shows and I would see people trying to like kick their fucking addictions or avoid them, you know, but like I think that was a major like light bulb for me. Drugs are bad. You can literally get on them and not be able to get off, and you might lose your teeth, or you know, it was just so many things that I feel like we had to at least try to sway us from doing drugs. I don't feel like they have that.
Yeah, no, I don't think they're bringing the police in the school or like
making
them watch The Drug Monster.
But I do agree with you. If we can't admit that weed is addictive, we have to start there, especially now because that's the most or the least harmful drug, right? Or classified drug. We do, and I do feel like the weed has, as someone who does partake, the weed is different. The weed we were smoking back then, not you, but I'm just saying like back, that shit is different than what they're smoking now. Like we didn't get so, it wasn't so like instant. I don't want to say instant, but like it was just more chill, more relaxed. Like the weed they have today is pump your heart type shit. Like
ain't no way.
It's just different. Times are different. I feel like they intentionally make the drugs, like they make you want to partake because like you think about the packaging they put it in, is colorful, is like it's screaming smoke me, you know what I'm saying?
Oh my God, we sound old as fuck.
We do, but it's true, and I want to, and I
screaming smoke.
And I know unrelated to drugs, but the FDA did like the whole investigation and banning of like the vapes. Like they took away a lot of the flavors and stuff because they were
the kids are on the vapes bad, real bad. And by the kids, I think like for context, I'm 28. Right, so
because we do keep saying the kids.
The kids is anybody like 25 and below. Them kids is fucked up on them vapes out there, bad.
Yeah,
bad. I'm talking about all the way down to like high school, middle school.
Yeah, like literally, like actual kids and then young adults, and they was pushing vapes for a while. Like
this is better
back
than cigarettes. Like we had, because our generation didn't have a fucking cigarette problem,
right? So they had to make it cool. You know, so it's like it's on one hand it's being like forced on them, but on the other hand they're not getting the advertisement that this is actually bad for you. Besides like the little shit here and there, but like they don't have DARE, they don't have intervention like you said, they don't have
true life.
They don't have the crackheads that you've seen. I mean, you do see a lot of addicted people on the streets, but you might just think they're homeless and not on drugs. Like it's not really as in your face.
Yeah. And so while we give Gen Z a lot of shit before we put a lid on this, I also want to acknowledge that in our generation, millennials, and I'm the tail end of millennials, a lot of you motherfuckers is alcoholics. You really are. And I'm not saying that to be funny. Y'all need to look into that. There's no reason that you should be scratching at the end of your day of work to get to happy hour and get you a lemon drop every fucking day. There's no reason. And I think people also don't understand that alcoholism can look like you don't drink during the week, but you're fucked up. 5 p.m. Friday. You at the ABC Sunday.
Store immediately after work, every Friday, you go to the ABC store and get you a bottle or a couple bottles.
Whether people come over, whether you go out or not, you drinking and sit in front of the TV.
And I was gonna say Americans, but I think really I really do think it's an American thing.
I think it is. They say that America encourages alcoholism.
Yeah. But I think even when we as Americans travel other places, they feed us alcohol because they know they're coming here to drink. They like doing
that shit, yeah.
Yeah, I think.
And taking it too far, they might have a little wine with their breakfast or some shit. That might be culturally appropriate to them. But you show up with a bottle of Taylor Port.
And taking shots.
Over the fish and eggs.
Right.
You're upsetting everyone.
Yeah. You getting riled up and shit. They oh, look at them.
You arguing, asking when the dinner menu start. You've been here since 10 a.m. You want a turkey wing.
Yeah. I feel like you said, we have to look at the shit like marijuana and alcohol. Because
I think starting with realizing how these things that you perceive as normal are actually signs of addiction because of how popular. I will say, now, if somebody takes some powder out and start cutting some lines, the kids might be like, wait a minute. But
I don't understand that because y'all do anything else. So, and my thing is even with lean, right? I feel that's the thing. Kids do not know what the shit do to you. Lean is literally liquid heroin. They don't know what that look like in the 70s, the 80s.
And there's people that they see that are addicted to lean. They don't know what they look like before that.
Yeah.
The kids don't know Weezy how we know Weezy.
Right. That shit crazy, man.
I remember when they said he was on a private jet and he had a seizure or some shit.
He had a couple
everybody
seizures.
Was freaking the fuck out.
And he was he quit, and then he did it again.
And then gonna get on the Carter 5 shimmy with Doja Cat and talking about cut down on the syrup. Now I'm up now. Psych, I can hit it without putting the cup down. Lil Wayne, we're worried about you, babe.
Rappers rap about...
The nigga said psych.
Yeah. We
cut
know.
Cut down on the syrup, now I'm up now. Meaning you know that if you cut down on the syrup, you up now.
I feel
said psych, I can hit it without putting the cup down.
And that's the thing. Rappers rap about being addicted all the time. And it be we just dance to it. Or you know what I'm saying? I don't think people really be thinking when they listen to this shit and be like, yo, this nigga is actually a fiend.
Moneybagg Yo wrote a love song.
Exactly. That says it all. But I don't even think he on it no more.
Moneybagg Yo.
I don't even know if he even drank any. I'm pretty sure he probably drank here and there. But
I think
he got his life
kids
together.
Lost their mind. Yeah.
Yeah, he's getting his shit together. And I just want more niggas. To actually
And we don't even know what rappers are cool to the kids. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what they're doing. And I don't think that it's just rappers. I just think that society is going in a direction where it's making abuse, substance abuse more casual.
Yeah.
And I think if we do start with those things, here are signs of addiction with liquor, weed, you'll notice it other places.
Yeah. I feel we got to bring shame back.
I don't think that's going to help. That's just going to make...
It helps sometimes. I feel sometimes you got to feel ashamed to change. Not everybody needs that, and it's not going to be effective for everybody, but some people need to be shamed into stopping some shit. Do you want to look like this? That's honestly why I'm
yo, you know how they got us off them cigarettes? They put a nigga with a hole in his throat on the TV, and he's saying, "You don't always die from tobacco.
Exactly.
Sometimes you just lose a lung.
Exactly.
You don't always die from tobacco. Sometimes they just rip out your tongue.
What was the name of that
And
organization?
you won't sing worth a heck with a big hole in your neck, 'cause you don't always die from tobacco."
They really did have a commercial.
And I would like to say that I remember that song to this day because I was trying to watch the television.
And it would come on Nickelodeon or some shit.
Yeah,
like-
I was just going to say, I'm watching Clifford. Hey, let me tell you something. I have a hole in my neck. You want this to be you? Then they would send, we try not to bring her up, Amanda Seals. She would come out the convenience store and tell you to leave them fucking cigarettes alone. And tell you to go to thetruth.com or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah, Truth. That's what it was. But I think it was another one called
Fresh Empire.
Why do you smoke or something? Or like, why?
BET had Fresh Empire to try to get the kids to quit smoking. Somebody do something.
I feel like it worked. For most of us. Most of us, like you said, we don't smoke cigarettes.
We worse off. We got a bunch of drunks.
We do have a bunch of drunks. And I understand because shit be fucked up. But what made me cut back on drinking was I don't want to look fucked up. like I like being told that I look young for my age, or I like to be told that I smell good. You drink, when you become an alcoholic, like that shit be in your pores. Like people can smell that shit on you.
Like when you pre-season the chicken.
Check last episode out if y'all don't understand the reference. But yeah, I think for me it was more of a vanity thing. Like I want to look good. I want to feel good. Like alcohol is literally not good for you. Obviously, I'm still gonna drink sometimes, but
I'm gonna get to it. But I'm gonna get to it once a month, maybe.
Yeah, like occasionally, not every fucking weekend. And I feel like once you get older, you don't want to be doing that shit anyway. Like you got different interests. You do different things. You're not doing the same shit you was doing at 25, 21.
Like if you know a bottle of liquor don't last in your house but a week or whatever,
yeah,
you need help. Well, the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration, SAMHSA, says that if you're in crisis, you can call or text 988 for an immediate crisis. And BUZZ National Helpline is a free, confidential, 24/7, 365-day-a-year treatment, referral, and information service in English and in Spanish for individuals and families facing mental and or substance abuse disorders. And the number is 1-800-662-HELP. HELP, which is 4357. And you can also go to samhsa.gov while we still have it.
I do want to add something on before we wrap up. The Narcan.
They're getting addicted to the Narcan.
And I feel like that was like it's to prevent ODs, but I feel like people are abusing them or have abused them because they know it'll bring them like right back. So yeah, I feel like that could potentially be a factor. But yeah, that was a good topic.
Thank you.
Next we have advice from the internet. And
where we take a random advice clip from the internet and turn it into valuable life advice.
Yeah. Let's see if it's gonna
Problem is, you won't let nobody lose you. You know what I mean? It's okay to admit when somebody just didn't do enough to keep you. You know what I mean, baby? Leave him on red. You don't want to leave him on red, or you blocked him. He contacted you via email. That's cute. That's cute, still. You're not really scared to say no. You just scared because you don't know what's on the other side of that no. You don't say no often, do you? It's okay, let's practice. No. They didn't do enough. Let them lose you. You scared? Scared. She's scared. Don't be scared now. Say it again. No.
I feel like that's very self-explanatory.
I mean, we're really putting belt the ass on people. Here's the advice.
Yeah. So.
And I appreciate us for that.
Yeah. I'm proud of us. We're doing good.
Excelling.
Yes. It's up, bro. Niggas don't even know.
They have no idea. Well, this has been another episode of Let Me Stay Focused, the podcast. Don't be a hating ass bitch during the break. Check in with yourself on whether or not you or someone you know is struggling with addiction.
Yes.
And we'll catch you in the next episode.
Peace.
Bye. Another episode of Let Me Stay Focused. Don't be a hating ass bitch during the break.
Peace.
Bye.